Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today is going to be a trade breakdown from a trade that we took today. I'm not sure when this will be going out, maybe Thursday, something like that, but this is a trade that we took today, and I did put it in the Telegram as well, so I'll put the before and after on screen so you can see, and there is also going to be a video breakdown in there if you guys want to check it out. As always, no pressure to. So today I'm going to be talking about the trade I took. Now this was actually a bit of a vengeance trade in the sense that last time I traded CPI, I'll put the video somewhere, or you've seen the video I'm sure multiple times, sort of about how ruthless it was. This time, however, we actually got a win and I was aware that it was coming. So that's a good bit of news. And yeah, it was a very simple trade. To be honest, there isn't much behind it, but I'm going to run you through how and why I took the trade. And yeah, hopefully you guys find it useful as always. I know these breakdowns help me a lot if I see other traders do them, because at the end of the day, you know, I'm no better than any of you guys. I'm just in this process, and we're all just at different points. But we're going to go over to the charts now, and I'm going to show you the trade that we took. This is the trade that we took here. It was very simple. So you'll probably remember in the recent video me talking about this sort of strategy and the examples here, and the example I gave in the video of entering here with a 10 pip SL targeting on 1 to 3, you can actually see played out in the end. Again, I'll put the clip somewhere on screen or now after the news event here. So we had news here, obviously. Now we were trending downwards, right? But what's happened now? Well, we've now switched back to buys. So again, we take the major high this time because we're buying, not selling. Take the major high, which we broke. This is obviously the important low. So if it then broke this low, we'd obviously then look to sell again to take it lower. But right now, because we were becoming, you know, a bearish market, we've now switched back to bulls. So exact same thing again. How do you enter? Put your entry on the high like this. 10 pip stop loss as always, and a 1 to 3 like this. And then if we go to current price, you can see, if I just drop it like that, you can see how we would have got in this trade. Now, this is just a current example maybe of where you could use this sort of trade so that you can see what I'm talking about, but this ended up working anyway, just to show you that it does work, but obviously I didn't take it. But this was the trade that we took. Now, very simply put, we were bullish. We have been for a long time, and all I was sort of looking for was obviously a London session trade. You know that I trade London session, that's pretty clear now. Now, very simply, we had a breakout of these highs here. So this was all Asia session, right? You know, it was moving, but it wasn't moving. And that's why I don't like Asia, because it is a bit sort of, I don't know, it's just a bit random. But it was moving. Price then broke out of these highs. So when we have a big push up like this, this is where structure is very important, and I talk about this a lot. You know, how I always value structure over entries, and how structure is one of the simplest things, but it's also one of the easiest things to get wrong. So it's a very big basic of trading, but it's also the basic I think most people don't get entirely correct. Now there's, as I said, unlimited ways you can read structure. Just find a way that makes sense to you. I have, thankfully, but yeah, get direction right, get structure right, and then you can focus on you know, trading. So I'm not going to use my setups that I've talked about here, because as I said in that video, that is only for reversals. I have a separate entry model for continuation trades or trend trades, whatever you want to call it. So I wasn't obviously going to enter sort of down here like I would if it was a reversal trade, say it been selling or whatever. But what I was looking for was obviously we created this big leg up. Now, of course, big push up means you're going to be looking to buy low, sell high. Again, premium discount zones. It's just a basic thing, and very simply with this trade here, I was just expecting price to pull back into this area here, to make the new higher low before continuing to the upside. So that was sort of the area I was looking at within this region here. I was looking to get in to make the leg, because obviously if price is coming like down here, for example, or even to here, yes, it is technically still the uptrend, but when we're starting to push the upside, well, I would rather not let price come all the way that low. I feel like that's a bit too low to be buying, in my personal opinion, and from back testing. So yeah, it was very simple. We got into the trade around this area. Now, this was just before CPI came out, so I entered at 12 after I waited for this first close here. So I got in at 12. CPI was at 130. Believe me, I know that now. And through the power of the rock and me, we prayed that CPI would be nice to us this time. So when CPI came out, price was here, as you can see. So at this point, I did have stops just above break even. I believe I had stops at the 2680 area, something like that. So it was just above, just to protect against any slip, spreads, things like that. And I only did this on my personal account. I didn't do this on the prop firm account because it's just not worth the risk. I know what the spread's like on my personal account, and obviously you can trade news on it. So I only held this on my personal. I closed out of my prop firm account up here for, it wasn't that much, for like 1.5% profit. But obviously risk management wise, that's the smart idea. Now, as I said, stops were to pretty much break even. CPI opened, came down, and then flew up. So it was good to see that, obviously the pound is bullish right now with against the dollar, but it was good to see. Obviously, it was a nice 3%. A lot of people in the group took the trade, I believe. As I said, I sent it out. Then the TP. Now, this doesn't always happen, and you probably know that I like to just do 1s, 3s, but it did happen to line up fairly nicely with the London high. Sorry, not the London high. Yeah, the London high, sorry. The London high of Friday, which does make for a good target. I don't use highs and lows of previous sessions, but they do work. They're good targets, but I personally don't. But it did line up, so if you do trade sort of highs and lows of sessions being taken out, then you probably would have had a similar TP to me as well, I assume. But right now, in terms of what I see GU doing after this trade, it should just continue being bullish. Right now, as you can see, we're making highs, a new higher low, and a new higher high. So right now, I see no reason to look for sells. It could come down back into this area before continuing up, or it could, come down, break the low, and then we'd look to maybe get in either here or maybe slightly higher up, depending on price action. So those are kind of what I'm looking at for you right now. But hopefully that breakdown helped you to see a bit how I took the trade. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure you've got notifications and you are subscribed, because I'm going to be bringing out a multiple part bootcamp for psychology on this channel to help your trading to the next level. It's not just going to be a bunch of jargon that people have talked about infinitely on psychology. It's going to be proper stuff from someone that's properly qualified in psychology. So stick around if you want to watch that. And yeah, road to 1,000 subscribers, I guess. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.